This article is coming from the Tech Brew, how the AI arms race played out in tech giant earnings call. So this past week we had, I don't know, a quarter of the S&P 500 announce earnings. We had the FANG stock announce earnings. In particular, we had Google, Meta, and Microsoft announce their earnings, but in particular discussing their AI initiatives. So this is just kind of recapping what was said and where the stock prices of each company is at the moment. So we have AI was the indisputable star of the show. Again, it was important that each company did talk about their AI initiatives because that's what Wall Street wanted to hear. Um, on top of that, we had results from all three companies: Microsoft, Google, and Facebook beating expectations across the board. For Microsoft, they poured billions of dollars into the long-term partnership with OpenAI. I believe their initial investment was 10 billion, and it's paying off. The company put some numbers behind the buzz around its new GPT-4 powered iteration of Bing. I didn't realize this. Search engine now has more than 100 million daily active users. I still use Google because just familiarity. CEO says we look forward to continuing this journey in what is a generational shift in the largest software category. Nadella also touted the growth of its Azure OpenAI service, which offers enterprise access to ChatGPT, GPT-4. Division is up 10x since last quarter. So let's just go to the stock of Microsoft. Wow. Okay. So it's did it hit my target? Did a video on Microsoft yesterday, and it's pulling back from the target right now. It's at 304. Um, but said it was pretty good. At this level where you had support, resistance, monthly candle pull back to this band, shot up. Let's go to the weekly chart and see what we have. We have a triple bottom, which is bullish, right? This is where I wanted to see it. Okay. So, and then you had all this basing on the weekly chart uh, because investors were waiting until earnings. What if this was a sell off first? Let's see. Yeah. So, this was a sell off prior to the earnings announcement, and then we just had this pop. And right now, price, it's on a Friday, right? So, this is typical. End of the week, if you had a nice profit, you have profit taking place going into the weekend. All right, so that's Microsoft. Let's go to Google. Despite some hiccups in the rollout of Bard, its Chat GPT competitor, Pichai pointed to the experience Google has in integrating large language models into its search in a more behind the scenes role. I won't get into the big debacle, but when they demonstrated Bard's abilities to the public on its first go around, uh, Bard gave the wrong answer. Um, and that kind of set the stage for the stock selling off. I'll show that on the charts. But it was a buying opportunity, really. Google seems to be feeling pressure from increased competition in search place. Its search revenue in the first quarter grew just 2% year over year compared to 24% year over year growth in the first quarter of last year and 30% the year before that. Wow, okay, I didn't know that either. So Microsoft and Bing is definitely taking some of Google's pie. One of the biggest bright spots came from the cloud business, which turned a profit first time since Google began breaking out revenue for the division 3 years ago, and now accounts for more than 10% of the company's overall revenue. So, cloud, it's probably 10 years old. I think Salesforce put cloud on the map, but it's still very, very early. Um, all right, so let's go to Alphabet, Google, and yeah, just want to show you this. So this was when Google debuted Bard. They had a snafu, price sold off, and it did countless videos saying this was a great area to go long. Price could get down here. Um, if you look at it from a price to sales standpoint, it was, I think, at a 5-year low. So this was kind of a no-brainer, and it just has risen $16. The price is basing right now on the daily chart. Um, Revenues were decent, but they weren't stellar. So you know, price was muted as a result. But I think a breakout is inevitable. I'm betting that a breakout is going to happen to the upside and have a target at the daily sellers level at 115. All right, so let's go to the last competitor in the AI race war. That's Meta. I would say Zuckerberg did about face, which was a smart move. They were pouring money into their metaverse, cost a lot of money. Wall Street wasn't happy. It was hitting their margins, and then Zuckerberg did a 180 and said, "Okay, 2023 is going to be the year of efficiencies," and it's been paying off ever since. Uh, so Zuckerberg claimed the company AI-related efforts have paid off in terms of improving user experience. Our AI work is driving good results across our apps and businesses. I'm going to say in particular, Instagram and Facebook was where they have the opportunity. Uh, but they also issue their own ChatGPT rival, but it's not necessarily for the public. Meta's answer to Microsoft's OpenAI product and Google's Bard is a smaller LLM called LLAMA, which is made available to researchers, right? So it's not available to you and I as the public. Now they also announced earnings, and Wall Street loved it. All right, so if we go to the monthly chart, we can see again, price is going to close above this band. That's a good signal. And according to the monthly chart, there are no sellers until you get to 300. Price is currently at 263. Um, I would think a pullback to this level, say the 220 level, would make sense before price continues to move higher. But I mean, look, you hit the lows of November, and it's been a straight shot up, more than 100%. Again, Wall Street was loving what Zuckerberg was saying about the year of efficiencies, and it's paying off. So let's go to the weekly chart. If we get a close at the end of the day above this pivot high, that's bullish. Let's see. Yeah, right there, that pivot high. Okay, yeah. So there's no sellers on that monthly chart because I guess when they announced earnings back in February of last year, it gapped down. This is even more bullish. There are no sellers. So like I said, I would anticipate price coming back down. May not necessarily closing the gap before moving higher. So there you have it. That's a recap on the AI race war between Google, Meta, and Microsoft. All had stellar earnings. Wall Street loved the results. Price popped on all three. Apparently there is more room to grow in terms of price, and we'll see what happens this quarter and when they announce their earnings for this quarter in about 3 or 4 months. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.